Hello world. I am currently in Ticino, Switzerland right now, which happens to be one of my all-time favorite places to climb in the whole world. The rock here is just out of this world good, and yeah, it's phenomenal. And so, pretty happy to be here. Kind of a short trip, but what I wanted to do was come out here and try some things that I knew were going to be really hard and see how they felt, and hopefully come for a longer trip in the spring. But anyway, I really wanted to introduce a new video project that I'm about to start. It's going to be a really fun thing that's going to be exclusively on my YouTube channel, and it's going to be called The Final Project. I came up with this idea about 2 months ago when I turned 37, which kind of crazy to think about, 3 years till 40. And so the idea came about with that concept. I've got 3 years till 40. Not saying that when I turn 40 I'm necessarily gonna just keel over and die, but 40 is it's a big number, it's a big thing. And so I created a list of 10 climbs, just 10 dream lines that I have tried in the past, some pre-surgery, some post-surgery, some I've barely tried, some I've tried a lot. And so basically with that, the goal is to try to do as many of those climbs, those 10 climbs, over the next 3 years as I possibly can, and document that journey as I go through trying them. From videos about training to videos where I'm projecting these climbs, and then hopefully 10 videos where I send the 10 dream lines that I have over the last couple months come up with and decided as the final 10 list for me. All right, so I grabbed my phone and I have my list right here. So the 10 climbs are Turpentine, which is a V15 in Colorado. It was originally put up at V13. I've tried this one a lot. Drew Ruana repeated it after it broke, and it's hard. It's got a really cruxy heel hook, and I've gotten really close, but have not been able to finish that one off. So that's number one on the list. Second one is Sound of Violence in Joe's Valley. That climb I recently tried and got really close on as well. And so hopefully be able to get back there soon. Next one, Kintsugi in Red Rocks. Just an all-time classic line. Maybe one of the best in the entire world. And so got to do that one. I've tried it a tiny bit on a rope last year, kind of hurt my LCL a bit on the heel hook, but hopefully this year I'm heading out there for 2 weeks in January, and so fingers crossed that I'll be able to climb on that thing more and not hurt myself. And then Poison the Well, that one is here in Switzerland. I did not get to try that this trip, but I've tried it a bit in the past. I tried it when it was a project, tried it after it was a project, and it always has felt doable. Very difficult, but definitely doable. Unison, that was the big project of this trip. I've got a couple days left on this trip. I feel very close, and so hopefully that one can go down, and that would be the first one of the 10 that I could do. And that's a Aidan Roberts climb that he put up last year. Phenomenal crimp lineup that's just like perfectly sheer, 25-ish degree overhanging wall, 20 plus feet tall. It's sick. Railway V15 in the Wild Basin. Just super hard climb. Tried it a decent amount, maybe 3 or 4 days over the last couple years. Done all the moves, feels very hard, but feels within the realm of possibility. Bugeleis and Sit, which is in Maltertal, Austria. This one is one that kind of snuck away the last time I was there. I did Bugeleis fairly quickly. I did it in a session, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I can totally do the Sit. But the thing with Maltertal is it's just this very steep valley, and there's not a lot of airflow, and when the wind comes from kind of like the humid direction from the south, that Mediterranean wind, you get just really crappy humid conditions. And so when I got to Maltatol, great conditions my first day, sent Boogle Ice and stand. The entire rest of the trip, terrible conditions on the line, sucked, didn't get to finish it. So would love to get back for that one, but that one's really difficult because the conditions are very hard to get good on that one. Box Therapy, V15 in more or less, well, just in Rocky Mountain National Park. That one is kind of wild because it's a massive hike, but one that I'd love to do. It looks sick, and always one I've wanted to try since Daniel did the FA of that thing years ago. Seeing the recent ascents over the last couple years, like Brooke and Katie doing it, super sick, and definitely one on the life list. Sinawav, this one is in pretty much just right next to my house, 15 minutes from my house. Probably the one I'm maybe the closest to. Maybe that or Unison, feel super close on both, but obviously I'm here now. So Sinawav is this really cool roof compression line that then kind of like just switches styles immediately, climbs up this vertical face at the end with these just really small crimps, and yeah, that'll be cool. I think that one, as soon as I get home, is going to be what I'm going to focus on trying to do first. And then we've got Adrenaline, which is and then we've got Adrenaline V16, which Daniel put up last year. Tried it a little bit with him and Drew, and felt close on most of the moves. I almost did the crux move. Only tried it for a day or two, but I think that's one that I really could do. And so I think that one and Poison are the two V16s on the list. And so I think those would be huge, obviously, to do those. But yeah, I think Adrenaline maybe will probably be the hardest of the 10 on this list. And then currently the last one on the list is Freak Show, which is a V15 that's also super close to my house. It's in Pine Cliff in Coal Creek Canyon. And I've done Cat Ranch, which is kind of like the left exit to it. Drew originally put up Freak Show. It broke. Then Daniel redid it, called it V15. And I think I'm pretty psyched for this one. I think I'm going to kind of leave this 10th one open-ended a little bit. The other ones I feel like a massive level of like commitment and psych for. And so yeah, I think, 9 out of 10 I feel very confident about in terms of like what I really want to focus on. Freak Show, it's obviously it's a sick line and I'd be super psyched to do it, but I don't want to limit myself in this 10, and over the next couple months I might think of something here in Switzerland, who knows, something else in the United States that might get me excited and kind of bump out Freak Show. But for now, we're going to use that as the placeholder for the 10th one. So yeah, so the goal for the final project is to kind of create as much media as I can about trying these climbs, training for these climbs, what it's going to take to do these climbs, good sessions, bad sessions, etc., on all these boulders moving forwards. And so I'm really excited. I think it's going to hold me accountable, and in a lot of ways I feel nervous kind of putting out this list of climbs that I really want to do, because it's possible I don't do any of them, but I really feel confident in just knowing that I'm gonna be pushing myself to really try my best to get these things done, and what better way than to tell the world that I'm gonna go do it. So stay tuned, and I'm excited for the next couple years and really focusing in on these climbs and seeing if I can accomplish this goal of these 10 climbs for the final project.